We're waiting on 10.
Are we holding for 10?
10. Hello guys, Seedoeatreview. Who is with me? Fawn Phoenix. Welcome Fawn once again. Seedoeatreview.
Another year. Another year.
Another year.
Another Fringe show.
Will it be successful as last year?
Oh, absolutely.
Fingers crossed we are.
No, it'll be as successful.
We surprised ourselves last year, wasn't it?
We did, actually. We were a little
And we realised it does when everyone comes together in unison, bringing our own qualities to the show. It works out very well. So this year we're bringing Tarot Arcana, which people... I should be looking there. I'm not looking there. Tarot Arcana to Adelaide Fringe. I was going to say, tell us about it, but it's my story.
But the thing is, it is pretty much yet again, your little baby that you brought to fruition yet again. So obviously, I feel like last year as well, you came up with the general theme and kind of, I guess, brought it to life. Whereas I was just kind of like, obviously, bringing the actual cast and the,
You
I guess,
shaped
like,
it.
artistic.
How's that? There we go.
Yeah,
I gave you a ball of clay
and
an idea, and you shaped it.
Yeah,
that sounds
which
fantastic.
is what we've done again this year. So
it is.
I mean,
it is.
if you want to maybe start with,
I'll start off, right? So here's Tarot Arcana, guys. I don't know about tarot, so people who have been emailing, what do you know? I don't know nothing about tarot, but I know about it enough to know that at the end of Fringe last year, and you'll know this as a Fringe performer, during the Fringe season, emotions are very high, aren't they?
yes. Yeah.
Very high up, very high down, very high middle. But we all know when Fringe finishes, emotions are very low.
Yeah.
People feel a little bit lost. People don't know what to do with themselves or which direction their life is taking because they've been so focused on Fringe.
Absolutely.
So I've been part of it for 5 years now, and I know like the different feelings that people have. And I saw this year, at the end of year, like gluttony party was at, everyone felt a little lost, and I was thinking, what do people do when they're feeling lost? Where do they turn to? What do they do? I don't know, like talking to people. But I saw some people go, I'm going to see what the tarot cards tell me, and from that I was like, oh geez, that's one of the things that people can look at when they're feeling lost. Because were you at the end of your gluttony party?
I don't think I was.
They had a tarot reader there, and I'm watching this person. Yes, one-on-one, just people just sitting in a corner of the big garden party, and I saw it, and I was like, "That's a fascinating thing." And I went, I'll keep it in my mind for another show if we do another show, because I wasn't sure your feelings on it.
Yeah.
So then I was just thinking, like, okay, this is the thing that very spiritual. People use it as a guide to help them in their journeys, and that's when you hit me up, I said, well, let's give this a go.
Yeah.
And you can take over.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, obviously we're kind of riding on the coattails of last year. So we had a really, really excellent year last year. We had 6 sessions, spanning across 2 weeks, I believe it was. We ended up with a 5-star review from, I believe it was mindshare.org. And then we also ended up with the weekly award Best Circus winner for the Adelaide Fringe.
Didn't that feel good?
That was, I think that took us all by surprise. We're kind of like,
it did. Because the worst with you is you hit us up in a message that I got big news, and then you just let it go quietly, and we're like, we've done something wrong, something's wrong.
Like Fawn's angry.
Yeah.
No, it was good, and I think somebody else, I think you actually sent it to the group before I.
Did I spoil it?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm always trying to get one up.
I know.
Sorry.
But yeah, so we were really, really surprised. We were super excited, which is, I mean, it's a really, really big award considering the circus.
Being around the Fringe for so long, and I see it, I go, I mean, big deal.
Yeah.
And I wanted to, people really love getting it. And then I didn't care. And then I got it, like, I can see what everyone's going through now.
Yeah, absolutely.
The hard work you've put in throughout. And we knew it wasn't just us, it's the performers, it's everyone behind the scenes who's helped us out, all deserve it.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things, it's like, we can share in this together.
Yeah,
and it's a really good feeling of, we've worked hard for this. And don't get me wrong, everyone works hard for it. We don't know how we got picked out. We're not going to complain about it, though, are we?
Definitely not. And that's the thing, too, is like the circus category is such a huge category. There's so many amazing circus shows, and I think just the fact that we were able to even, kind of get some recognition and everything like that, we were super, super happy and very, very, very grateful. So
that's where I thought, okay, I didn't have another personal story because last year was really personal about anxiety and stuff, but this is more a guide for people who are feeling lost and just entertainment side to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
So then we just broadened our horizons from there, from that kernel of a show idea to what we've got now.
Yeah, which, I mean, I'm really, really happy because the way it's working, and I'm, you know, like I said, if you want to do a Fringe show again next year, let's bring it on.
Yeah.
But the way everything is working out is the fact that you're coming up with the idea and you're kind of helping create the storyline and everything. And whereas I'm really focusing on the artists and kind of creating that show from that, it's really kind of helping because we're both in it together. You're keeping me in line. I'm obviously kind of keeping you in line. You don't really need to be kept in line, though. You know what you're doing.
No, I do.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. We help each other out at the end. But it is really creating such a good, like, you know, it's easing the pressure on both of us, but it's also just we're able to create something really magical. And I guess in turn also kind of everyone else kind of helps shape the show as well, if that makes sense.
That's what I mean. That's where from an artistic side, you know the artist, you know what they bring.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, we need this person, this person, this person.
Yeah.
And I just go, yep, and you give me the idea of what they do, and I go, okay, well they can do this, and it sort of really works well together.
Yeah, definitely.
That you're from the artistic side, and I'm from the ideas and sort of storyline side of it. So that's what. So what can people expect from Tarot Arcana?
Yeah.
That's a big question.
Oh my goodness!
Without spoilers.
Yeah, with no spoilers. So we do have again another incredible cast. We do have some returns from last year. I won't say anything, but we do have some returns from last year. We actually have as well some interstate artists coming through. Obviously won't spoil anything, but then we also have a few of my students coming in as well.
Awesome.
So we have just a really, really good mix of, you know, just a little bit of everything. And just all coming together, I guess, in the name of a beautiful show. So we are doing 2 sessions this Fringe season. We have one on February 26th and then one on March 10th, both at 8 p.m. at the Arcana, which is turning out to be a really gorgeous venue. And
unbeknownst to me, we've got 4 males in the cast. We've got nearly as many males as we do females.
We have an equal cast this time. Yeah,
and that's what it just. I was really shocked because balance, usually with these types of shows, which is not a burlesque show, so I don't think it is as a burlesque show. Is usually it is female dominated, and it's like, oh, hang on, we've got 4 males, so we really didn't go out of the way, but it's good to discover artists and mix like that. Is that the word I'm looking for? I'm not sure.
No, absolutely. And see, like I said, that's the beautiful thing too, is we get so much diversity, which I'm really grateful for too. It's not the same thing as it was last year. We have a good, really, really healthy, good mix of everything. We have some different apparatuses coming in. We have some different kind of art involved. It's just going to be really, really good.
So we're under the circus banner again, because we've got aerialists, we've got floor performers, we got a little bit of burlesque, because you got to represent, don't we? Yes. So everyone is bringing something a little different, and of course we can say it's hosted by the wonderful Molly Morphine again, who did such a wonderful. What can we say?
Molly's back. Molly's back again. So we're really, really happy that she's joining us.
The tarot reader.
Yes. She will be guiding us on our little journey through the tarot major arcana deck.
Yes, and if you're lucky in the audience, you maybe get to pick a tarot card as well and see what your fate decides, as is our slogan as well. So see what fate decides. What am I saying? Wednesday, February 26th, 8 p.m. Doors open 7 p.m. So you come to the Arcana, have a bit of dinner, have some drinks, come upstairs, meet us there. And also on the public holiday, Monday, March 10th, 8 p.m. Once again, doors open 7 p.m. Have a dinner, have some drinks, meet us up there. Fawn, you will be doing a little surprise cameo, huh?
I will. It'll just be a very short type of cameo, but I'll be in the show again this year. Just closing it off, so...
Not me. Maybe next year for me.
You know what? We'll get Shane in there at some point. I do remember a few people last year were like, well, is Shane going to be in the show? And I was like, sadly, nope.
That was one of the number 1 questions I asked last year. What are you doing? I went, hiding in the shadows. Letting the beautiful people shine while I'll just hide there with my cap down.
But still is equally important, for sure.
Come down, check it out, guys. Ticker links down below, in my bio, in the Rising Phoenix Productions bio. All that good stuff. Cheers, Fawn.
Thank you so much.